5 proven ideas to advertise your webinars. Hi, my name is Terrence, founder of Radical Marketing. We have generated 1.5 million leads in the past 10 years for webinars, seminars, and challenges. And in this episode, what I want to share with you is a case study where we helped our client generate a 2.8 times ROAS or return on ad spend on his very first webinar that he did with us recently. And of course, that is just the start because we can build on that and optimize further as well. So what are the 5 things that we did to actually get him this result? And we got hundreds and hundreds of attendees at his webinar, and he also made a significant profit from this event. So I'm going to share with you the 5 things that we did, and I hope that you can get value from it and apply it in your own business. The first thing that we did was that we found out that he actually has an email list of over 25,000 people. And we're like, yes, we hit the gold mine here, baby. So we're like, right, let's get this email list warmed up and then let's invite them to come for the webinar. Unfortunately, because of the time frame between when we started and the webinar, we really didn't have that much time to warm up. So we did the best as we could, and we got 93 people signing up, which I think is slightly on the poor side. But granted, they haven't done anything with the list in like 2 years. So I think that's decent, right? If we had more time to warm the list, I'm sure we would have done better. But now here's the kicker. Even though we only got 93 people sign up from the email list, 60% of all his sales, right, came from the email list. So that's crazy, right? So I know a lot of you might be saying, well, emails, seriously, that's so Jurassic era kind of thing. I know. I was using emails when the first internet first happened, and I had a 6-pack and everything, and I was still at university, and now I have a dad bod and I'm over 50, you know? So I know it's been a long time, but email still works. So make sure you grow that email list, guys. I keep harping on this like a broken clock, but it's so important to have that email list. All right, moving on, and I will stop harping on like an old man about emails, is that the second thing we did was that we promoted his event to his social media followers. And the cool thing about this is that this guy has like 80,000 people on IG. He's got 27,000 on YouTube. He's got 28,000 on Facebook. So there were a lot of followers that we could promote this event to. And it resulted in over 400 people signing up just from a few posts on his socials, which is pretty cool. So, you know, I know some of you, well, most of us don't have the following that he does, but I don't think you should neglect posting on socials. Even if you don't get 400 people, you might get 4 or 40. Hey, it's a good start, right? So the next thing that we did in this case was, of course, we had to run paid traffic, but we didn't run paid traffic on every single possible imaginable platform. What we did was we only ran paid traffic on Facebook and Instagram. Because why? It's because first thing is like Facebook and Instagram, it's fast to test, right? It's really fast to get things up, get ads up and running. Because what we wanted to do in this scenario was to test the marketing message, because we know once we get a marketing message right on Facebook, we can then use the same message, put it on YouTube, create a video, we can put it on TikTok, put it on LinkedIn, and all these other places, because the most important thing is the message, right? And then that message, of course, has to be tailored towards the right audience. Basic marketing 101. I'm not telling you something you don't know, but sometimes the basics bear reminding. So through this, we got 267 people signing up for his webinar, and that's through paid traffic. And in the future, I'm so excited because we're going to launch on YouTube and other channels, and we will get a lot more people signing up as well. Even though in this instance, we did not generate a lot of sales from ads, the thing is that 267 people can be further monetized in the future. For example, if he hosts the webinar in the future, we can re-invite these people to come again and also make other offers to them down the track. So not all is lost, even though we only kind of like broke even with the paid ads in this instance, but in the future, that's where the money is. So that is considered also part of the list building exercise. And the fourth thing we did to advertise the webinar was to do retargeting ads. I know it's still Facebook, Instagram, but the fact is that this is such an important strategy. I wanted to basically put it as a separate thing because what we did was we retargeted his whole email list. We retargeted all his socials and followers so that we could get more people signing up for the webinar. Now you say, why do you want to do that? You already posted on his socials. You've already sent emails to his list. See, the thing is, even with like most email lists, the open rates on average are around 20 to 25%. So 75% or more of them are not going to see that email, right? They're not going to open the email. And that's where you can complement things by using paid traffic and retargeting traffic in this case. Similarly with socials, right? Not every Instagram follower is going to see his posts, or every YouTube follower, or every LinkedIn follower, and so on. So we supplemented that by using retargeting ads so that we could reach more of these followers. And because remember, these guys are warm traffic, so the likelihood of them knowing him and signing up and making a purchase is so much higher than cold traffic. So why not utilize warm traffic when you have it? And so the final thing where I think we can all learn about advertising a webinar, and this is more of a long game, is that this client actually has a strong personal brand. Now, here's an interesting fact about this particular webinar. The attendance rate on this webinar was a whopping 65%. Now that's enormous, because if you don't know about webinars, most webinars have like 20 to 30% attendance rates. But this guy, he got 65%. And even on the cold traffic that we generated for him that signed up, we had a 55% attendance rate. So in my opinion, that traffic, that cold traffic, was not exactly 100% cold. They might have seen him previously because he had done speaking gigs, or he's done some videos on social media or whatever, that they had previously been in touch with him before, so they kind of know him. That boosted the attendance rate up to 55%, even for cold traffic, and overall attendance rates was 63%, which was phenomenal. This may not give you instant results, but if you build your personal brand over the long term by providing good content, by engaging with people, by building your following, that can pay off big time in the long run. So if you're playing the long game and you want to lower the cost of your advertising and you want to get more buyers at your webinar, you need to start building that personal brand. So I hope you got lots of value from this episode and that you got some ideas that you can use to immediately advertise your webinar. If you like this episode, make sure you hit subscribe or like. And if you want us to help you with your webinar, your challenge, or your seminar, make sure you reach out to us and see if we got a good fit working together. I hope you enjoyed this episode, and I will see you in the next one. Thanks for watching.